Okay, so you guys may be wondering why I already have my eyebrows done today, and it's because I'm going to be doing a video focusing on how to do your face makeup properly. I did my eyebrow video, now I'm going to do the face makeup part, and then I'll do the eye tutorial, how I do all that, how to make sure it looks nice. So anyway, what we're going to start out with today is applying your primer. It doesn't matter what primer it is, what primer you use, your primer. So, let's see. I love these two. It comes between these two when I'm using primer. My e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer or my Hard Candy Coconut Water Stick. So, I think for today's tutorial, I'm going to use my Hard Candy Coconut Water Stick on my face. It's really good. I really love it. It's really inexpensive, I think, and it works properly. It keeps your makeup on your face pretty well. I tend to take a beauty blender and kind of just pat the primer down, or I just use my hands and rub the primer deep into my face because I want it in my pores and I want it to stay in there. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation in the shade 110 Porcelain. I'm very pale, so that's what I have to use. For the best results, I've gotten the best results out of using just a beauty blender and not a foundation brush. The foundation brush doesn't work best. I'll give you a little example here. I'll show you what I mean. It doesn't work best with my skin and my freckles. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Just, and I'm going to take my Equate flat kabuki brush and, just get the product on there. I'm going to start buffing the product into my skin. I'm going to do one side foundation brush and one side beauty blender. As you can see, it's really streaky and doesn't blend into my face as well. You still got your problematic areas. It's really streaky and it just doesn't look right to me. Anyway, I'm going to do the other side of my face now with the beauty blender. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me again. Put this stuff on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques beauty blender and start blending my face. This is the beauty blender side, and this is the foundation brush side. I can definitely see the difference. There is a difference. This foundation isn't full coverage either, but y'all tell me which side y'all think looks better and more natural in my skin. In my opinion, it's the beauty blender. Now, you might think differently. Just let me know that, because I kind of want to know y'all's opinion. Use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 5 Ivory. So a little bit lighter. So the areas I focus in is getting it under my eyes. I have really darkish under eyes, but I don't really have dark enough under eyes to use a color corrector. So I just stick with my concealer. So I like to put it under my eyes, do the chin. I'm almost out of this concealer. I didn't buy it long ago. I don't use it that much. On the bridge of my nose and onto my forehead. These are like my focus spots with concealer. And above my lip. So with concealer, I definitely use a beauty blender to blend this out. I don't want to use a brush to smudge it around everywhere. I just want it to stay in the spot that it's at. So I'm going to start out by blending this. So I like to use a warm tone contour stick. It's by the City Color Collection. And I like to just apply a thickish line right where my, that contour line right there. And then I do it on my neck, my jawline, whatever. And then I take it up here to my forehead. I apply quite a bit on the forehead though. That's a spot that I really like to contour up because I have a kind of big forehead and I like to hide that crap. And then you do the contour on the nose, obviously. To blend this out, I'm going to take this little foundation-ish brush to blend it. It's by So Beauty. And this is like my go-to blending out brush for stuff like this. It blends it very well. And our next step in this process would be adding some I can't talk. What is this called? Bronzer. So we're going to take my Physicians Formula Bronze Pearl palette and take this big powder brush, swivel it in there, tap it off, and focus on your cheeks and forehead with this. Don't worry too much about the jawline and stuff. Focus on cheeks and forehead. Anyway, the next step in this process is baking the face. So we're going to take my Airspun translucent loose powder. It's everywhere. What you want to do is tap some into the lid. Take your beauty blender and you want to smudge the beauty blender in there and start packing this crap under your eyes. Okay, once you're done baking, you want to take a little brush that you can swipe this off with. I just have this little, I don't know, miniature powder brush. It works well for swiping off. You just want to swipe it. Clean that all up. It does tend to get in your eyes, so be careful. Alright, so once you're done with all your face makeup, your last step is putting on setting spray. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Natural Finish setting spray. We're going to shake this baby up a little bit, and we're going to spray up our face. This will set your makeup for all day wear, and it will be great. So those are my tips. Oh, I just dropped my stuff. Just painted my face off. So those are my tips for doing flawless foundation, and tips for pale skin, tips for freckles, tips for just doing any kind of foundation or any kind of face routine, how to make your face look the trendy way. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment. I love to be making more videos for you. Just tell me all what you want. I plan on going to the store pretty soon and buying some new makeup to try out, and I'll be doing that on my channel. But anyway, this is a little kind of 3-part series. I did one on my eyebrows, I did one on my face makeup, and now I'm going to be moving on to my eye makeup. This is a little 3-part series on in-depth on all that kind of makeup. So thank you guys for watching. Love you all.